In this lesson, we're going to see the most common mistake riders make when jumping. Here, it's actually pretty subtle. This rider is not making a huge mistake, but were this a bigger jump, his mistake might actually cause some problems. So what we're going to see here is that as the rider moves up the jump face, he starts to move his hips back. So you'll notice right here, just before takeoff, the hips start to come back. And what this does is it starts to straighten the arms prematurely. So what can happen to the rider is they might be pulled forward very slightly by their own extended arm. So here we see Jaime getting pulled forward very slightly here. Just kind of see that little bit of pull in the shoulders here. So his arms are a little too extended. He's not really quite upright enough over the bike. The other thing that we're seeing here is that by moving rearward with the hips, essentially he's moving off his feet. So he's moving rearward with the hips here, and that's taking away critical compression at a really important part of the jump. So we really want to get the rear wheel to contact the lip quite firmly. So he's contacting the lip, but because his knees have started to bend kind of suddenly here, he's not actually getting a lot of pressure into the jump lip. So what this is going to do is it's going to flatten the flight arc. We see here his flight arc is relatively flat, and he gets a decent landing. Not all bad, but a small improvement is going to make him look a lot more comfortable in the air. So again, we'll just take a little look here at what's going on, and if we take a look, we're going to see that the knees here are not over the toes. So his knees are not quite over his toes. They're kind of over his heel. And our general indicator that we want to be sure that we're doing this correctly is that the knees are actually going to be over the toes. So we'll take a little look at his after video next. And here we are after a couple adjustments. So this is just a couple runs later. I've just asked Jaime to try to keep driving his knees forward into the jump face in order to keep him from moving rearward out of either conscious or subconscious fear. So essentially, we're overcoming the fear element by kind of repeating this mantra that we're going to drive our knees into the jump face. And we can see here that this is really allowing his upper body to look a lot more relaxed in the air. So he's not being pulled forward by his own extended arms. He's getting a little more height, getting a little bit better arc, a little less flat flight arc, and really good distance. And he's actually going a little less quickly in this video. So I had him slow down so that he could actually drive his knees into the jump face. And so even at a slightly lower speed, he's getting more air, which is a great reminder that in order to get more air, it's not just going faster that allows us to get more air. It's actually creating proper compression. And proper compression is only created when we're over the bottom bracket. So here we really see some super nice posture as he's moving up the jump face. We can see here that essentially his knees are more or less directly over his toes. So we can see that here. So he's pretty well lined up there. A lot better posture, more of just a normal standing posture, really relaxed looking here. And as he starts to go up into the air, we're going to see that the arms never get straight. So the elbows are nice and bent here on takeoff. His arms can extend, but they're not going to extend enough to actually pull him forward like we saw in the last jump. So he's got a lot smoother arc, actually a lot better landing too. He's not landing so much on both wheels at the same time because he didn't flatten his arc by being pulled forward. And so he's getting his nice little front wheel first landing, rear wheel landing in more or less the same spot, and continuing on down trail. Really simple adjustment, but will make a really big difference for Jaime going forward jumping, especially as he gets into bigger jumps with steeper takeoffs that require a more aggressive arc in the air. That's especially where getting back too much on takeoff can pull us forward in a dangerous way.